Hello everyone, my name is Charlotte. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about manifesting. What it is, what it isn't, and one of the best books I have ever read. If you are into manifesting, anything to do with that, anything to do with the body, I recommend reading Becoming Supernatural. Is mind-blowing. It literally talks about how there's a huge link between your energy right now and the emotions on your body. So basically in the book, in the beginning, there was this woman and she was just relaxing on a normal day. She had 2 children, she had a husband, he'd gone to work, and she was reading a book. But then there was a knock on the door. The knock on the door was the worst news she could have received right then and there. It was 2 police officers, and they basically said to her that her husband had committed suicide. It left her with so much financial debt, so much, distress, obviously. And, she has 2 children. She didn't know what to do. She had no really other external, help. And I'm gonna make this quick, but then what happened is because she kept on reliving the past in a very negative way, she actually contracted, the doctor said it was unknown how she did this, but this is gonna be relevant to you. Because listen, when you go through that, whatever it might be, a heartbreak, thinking about the past mistakes, it doesn't even need to be that extreme. It could be subtle. But what it was basically saying is because she was living in the past for so long, she contracted diseases, cancer. She contracted viruses out of nowhere. Why? Because her nervous system, her body was literally breaking down, because when you go through such a, prominent emotion constantly, your body goes into flight or fight mode. And this releases chemicals, unhealthy chemicals, healthy chemicals for the short span of time, but because this was over 2 years of constantly being in that situation she put herself in, she was just in her head constantly. She completely broke down, and that was understandable, but it took her such a long time to finally get out the process. But what I'm trying to tell you is because she was in such a negative mindset, this destroyed her body. You start thinking about the worst things or the worst outcomes. Your present energy will go into the past, and it's not going for a good situation. It's going for a very negative situation. This can damage your body. You really need to listen to this. I recommend purchasing Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. It is insanely good. Fast forward, she got better. She had a miraculous recovery, and it was through a series of meditation, and she had to really get herself out of that mindset. And what I'm trying to tell you is that there's a strong relevance right now wherever you are. Okay, I feel like there's a situation here. If you are in a situation or have been in a situation which caused you distraught and you can't stop thinking about it, to listen to this. If you keep on thinking about it and you're not getting help, and okay, I understand therapy, if you don't have that financial income that you can get therapy, then please try do shadow work. Shadow work will be your therapy instead until you get that financial stability. The previous story I just mentioned that was real, she had unconsciously manifested illness into her life. Why? Because she chose to think about those negative emotions. Listen to this. The universe, God, whoever, does not care if you want it or not. Whatever you focus on will expand. So if you are still thinking about that thing, and maybe it's been years, it's perfectly fine if it's just happened. Allow yourself to grieve, and please do shadow work. But if you keep on thinking about it and you're not getting the help, and you're not doing shadow work and you're not helping yourself, I'm literally manifesting unconsciously illness into your body. Please stop this and listen to what I'm about to say. Started shadow work like a year or two ago. One of the best things ever. Now, it's gonna sound a little bit like, oh, do I want to do that? Yes, you do. You do want to do it. Shadow work basically makes you think of the past, but in a way that you can allow all your emotions, right? All your emotions, because your emotions do not go away. You just press your emotions if you think they've gone away. If you've had no outlook, if you've got no therapy, if you've got no shadow work, if you've got no outlook, you're repressing your emotions. Shadow work, you are releasing those emotions in a very healthy and structured way. If you have got any trauma of any sort, which I think everyone has, right? You are gonna be type in shadow work on Google, on Pinterest, anywhere, and you're gonna see loads of questions. And answer the ones that feel a bit like, oh, okay, I need to do this. Because your body is telling you, if you don't release these emotions on paper, journaling, or other outlooks, those repressed emotions will stay in your body and they can contract illnesses and diseases. When you repress emotions, which is energy, basically unbalance your energies. Maybe you suddenly started to get bellyache, stomach problems, backache, and you're like, how? I've literally been doing nothing. It can be after a long period of time that these emotions can build up super quickly and they can cause disruption and distress in your body. I recommend doing shadow work. I will create a whole nother video about that. But shadow work is really good though, because you do revisit the past, but in a very healthy way. You can see how you've kind of evolved over time. I've done the same sort of questions I've done a year ago, and I see if my emotions have changed, and 9 times out of 10 they have. Why? Because I've already let them out. When you let your emotions out in a healthy manner, you can begin to know how to process your emotions. A lot of people wasn't told how to process your emotions in a healthy way. This is your sign. Do shadow work. Do 1 question a month. Start there. In part of this video, we are going to be talking about abundant mindset and a lack mindset. What are the differences and why this can be affecting how you manifest? Having a lack mindset, going back to the story I said earlier, when you are in this, very long period of grieving, you're not getting external help, you won't really be focusing on the good things. You'll be focused on the lack. Oh, I haven't got this. And it piled up so much that she was able to physically, mentally, and financially break down. You're not really to blame, to be honest, because social media, you're constantly seeing new things and you're kind of being stimulated to get more. It's the ego that makes you want more. With the other side, the soul, content version of yourself is fine. It's fine with wanting nothing. You actually see, like the happiest people giving stuff away because they know that they don't need it. And for, a lack mindset that you might be having, you might struggle to find the best outcome of things. And also a huge thing, which I see, maybe you, and maybe so many other people, even myself, I was holding on to things that did not serve my highest good because I thought there wasn't something better. It was me holding on to people who were very negative, very toxic for me. And yeah, I kept them as a friend because I thought there wasn't better. I thought there wasn't more. I thought there wasn't, I thought that was it. So I thought to myself, oh, well, isn't it better to have someone else? At least I have someone else than nobody. No. Stop right there. Stop right there. Because when you think like this, the people who think like this, and if they don't get out of it, they will end up in very toxic relationships, very toxic friendships, because they don't know how to set boundaries. This goes into people pleasing. When you don't really know, can you say yes, can you say no, you can't set boundaries. This all ties in with the lack mindset. It's from a place of fear. Oh, I don't want these people, to think I'm different. I'm gonna change myself for them because I don't think there's someone else like me. I'm gonna stick with them even though it hurts my soul. No. I was holding on to people that had caused me so much more distress than happiness. And the thing is when you're in this lack mindset, is you don't know there's something better. Obviously, you don't know there's something better. And if that is the situation you are in now, I have a huge solution for you that helped me dramatically. I'm going to list them right here and now. So maybe get a pen and paper and write them down. Write it in your notes app. Just do something with this information. Please use it if you are in this situation. What I first started doing is I started practicing gratitude every single night. Now, to some people, that's going to be like, every single night? That's a lot. That's fine. Try do it as much as you can in like a week, maybe do 1 day a week, or 1 day a month at least. And we're gonna use this scenario for friends. When I was in toxic situations, and when I first started gratitude, I realized, okay, I'm grateful that this, new person over here, they complimented me on this and this. They said that they like how I do this and this. And the more I practiced gratitude, the more I started noticing the blessings that are all around me and that can come in people. Even if like this new person says hello to me, there's a bond there. But if I was in a lack mindset, I wouldn't see any of those new people. No, I would be blind to that. I would just see the friends I had at the time, and I'd just be like, well, I guess that's it. When you practice gratitude, you just open yourself knowing that there are nice people in this world. There are people in this world that will bring you so much joy. And yeah, I didn't believe in that. I just thought, no, that's it. That's all I've got. Another thing I recommend is literally opening yourself to new things. Now, I could say join new clubs and everything, but if that was me a year ago, I wouldn't want to do any of that. Be way too shy for that. Instead, what I'm saying is like the media you consume. For instance, on YouTube, maybe watch other new YouTubers, see more about where this journey goes, for this channel, and also check out other people's channels. See how they think. Watch more self-improvement videos, and you will realize that there is so much more. This is an abundant universe, and when you only consume the same media every single day, maybe watching the same subscribers and stuff, and if they're not really improving you in any sort of way, you gotta open yourself more up to new people, new YouTubers, new things. And how this will help you was it will make you realize that there is so much more than your past. That's in the past. But when you watch someone new, you realize, oh, wait, this can actually help me. And you realize there is so many different types of people in this world that it can make you realize, oh, wait, not everyone is toxic and just crazy. Another thing is shadow work. I know I've just spoken about this, but I'm going to be telling you how shadow work will actually change your mindset from lack to abundant. So within shadow work, you can see if you've got any limiting beliefs. Do you have any limiting beliefs around friends or love or money? Do you think, an example, a limiting belief would be like, everyone else is like that person, or that everyone else is a cheater, or things like this? Do you have those beliefs? Are you stopping yourself? Do you think you don't deserve money? You know, you got to see if you have these limiting beliefs, and the first step is to acknowledging them, be like, okay, I've got them. Second is to open yourself to why this isn't true. You know, why don't you deserve love? You know, when there are people out there so toxic and everyone tries to give them love when they don't deserve it, you know? So you are worthy. And then the third step is keep on doing shadow work, making sure you are being consistent and trying to evolve. But also, it's okay that some days you'll fall back, some days you'll be like, I didn't do that, and that's okay. You know, it took you several years to get to the person you are today, and for you to change yourself tomorrow, it's impossible. So it has to be a routine, you have to be consistent, but you also can't be hard on yourself if you do fall back into those patterns, as long as you realize that is not the person you want to be. Now, in terms of friends, open yourself more up to maybe social media, maybe like a friend app. You know, realize that there are other people out there. That is definitely something that helped me. You know, when I was connecting to other people online, I was like, wow, you know, there are other people in different cultures, in different places, and how they think differently. And it reprograms your mind to perceive people differently. And the final way to really get your mindset from a lack mindset to an abundant mindset is change your routine. Change your job if you have to. If you are working minimum wage and you do not like it, change your job. Apply to so many different jobs, because you will realize once you get into a higher paid job that money, there wasn't a little bit of money in this world. There's an abundance of money in this world. You were thought that you was worth like £5 an hour. Your worth, your time is worth way more than that. Way more. You have a lack mindset around money, try get a new job. Try go after your passions. You know, I just want to quickly say that people are so quick to tell you that like following your dreams is so childish and so silly, and yet they will literally be in jobs they hate. Doesn't make sense. You know, at least if you follow what you want to do, you can not only make a career out of it, because there will always be a way if you believe it. You will be working on your passions. You will be giving influence in the world with your creativity. Other people's opinions, they don't mean anything if they have no value in your life. Nothing. So when you wake up, instead of waking up like 11 a.m., wake up 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Wake up earlier so you can get the most of the day. Write myself notes and then I try to take it off. If I don't get everything done, that is fine. As long as I feel okay with how I've done today, I'm good. You know, make yourself lists, but make sure it isn't this toxic productivity thing. I literally used to do that. I used to write about 14 things on my list that I was apparently going to accomplish on a Sunday. No, we got school tomorrow. We're not doing that. Change the things you read, or if you don't read, start reading. I used to think I didn't like books because I was reading like Jacqueline Wilson. That's no hate to Jacqueline Wilson. I'm just saying, I was like, this book isn't for me. And now I love books because I found my genre. You know, change the music you hear. If it's more like sad and depressing, which I feel like we've all had a sad, depressing song era, change it. Get happier songs. Get just a complete different song. You know, change it up. How much of today is going to be your tomorrow? Do you want to live in the same day, same lifestyle? If you do, that's okay. If you don't, like me, no, we're going to change that. Change the things you consume. Try to do this every day. I don't mean dramatically change your life every single day, but I mean Instead of reading that book, read this book. Instead of listening to this song, listen to that song. Instead of, staying in the house, walk the dog, etc. Change it up a little by little, and you will know that there is so much more in this world. Because when you go off the same things you consume every single day and you have this lack mindset, you'll think that's all there is. But when you change it up, listen to different things, listen to podcasts that are self-improving, you will have an abundant mindset because you're opening your mind up to so many new different experiences, and you might actually find you like practically all of them. That's all for today. My name was Charlotte, and I'm going to be doing a lot more of these videos. This is just something I've learned recently. I'm still implementing it, but you've got this, I've got this, we've got this, and we are here to become the best version of ourselves. But that does not mean that we need to hate this version of ourselves. Thank you, everyone, and I'll see you soon.